Hi, boys and girls. We're going to do some math today on page 405. We're on lesson 18, session 2. It's day 2 of lesson 18, and we are working on collecting data. That's all we're doing today is collecting that data. So what that means is we're just collecting the information that we know, how many are of each, what are the different types of colors, what are the objects we're talking about, what are their shapes, any patterns, and grouping them together. So today we're just collecting that data. And on page 405, it says, what color are the pencils? How many of each color? So up at the top, you'll see some different colored pencils, and your job is to talk about what color are the pencils, number one, and number two, how many are there of each color? So go ahead and pause it and try it on your own, and then play it again so I can show you how I would solve it. All right, so one way that you could do it is you could write down the colors. There's blue, there's green, and there's also yellow. There's that long O, O-W, all right? Then what I can do is I can start tally marking them as I go through. So I can see there's 1, 2, 3 blues. Now I'm going to go to the yellows. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 yellows. 1, 2, 3, 4 yellows. These are tally marks. Remember these, boys and girls? I hope so. All right, and then green. There are 3 greens. 1, 2, 3. That's one way I could do it. I could also just look at it and say, okay, how many blues are there? I'm starting with blue because it's the first colored pencil in the line. 1, 2, 3. So I could say 3 blue. There are, now I'm going to go with green because green's the next. 1, 2, 3 green. And however many yellows. 1, 2, 3, 4 yellows. 4 yellows. So these are 2 different ways that you could have done this. These are tally marks showing 3 blues, 3 greens, 4 yellows. And these are using digits. Digits are the numbers, right? 3 blue, 3 green, 4 yellow. Both are working. Both are correct, just different. All right, page 406 restates the problem, so it states it again, and it says, what color are the pencils? How many of each color? Model it. Find how many of each color. Use the data to make a tally mark. Use tally marks to show how many. So what your book is doing is it's showing it, but it's doing it like this. So it says pencils, and then how many, and then they have 2 columns, 1, 2 columns like the White House, and 3 rows, 1, 2, 3. And then they have yellow and green. Oops, no. Blue and green. And then it has you fill in how many tally marks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So then we can see that there are more yellows at 4 than there are blue and greens at 3. Now below it says so this is a tally chart, okay? I'm going to erase this in here and show you what a number chart looks like. So a tally chart did these. A number chart is going to use the digits. So there's 4 yellow, 3 blue, and 3 green. That's a number chart. It's showing the number in there. The other one was a tally chart. It showed tally marks. The next one you can do is what's called a picture graph, and a picture uses that. It uses pictures. So I could use dots as my pencils. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So if that was too fast for you, rewind it and watch it again. But those are the different types of graphs. We have a tally mark graph, a number graph, and a picture graph. Picture graph, these could be dots. If we were talking about soccer balls, these could be soccer balls. If these were a fish, they could be actual pictures of fish. So it's a picture graph for that reason. Turn the page. Number 1, how is your way like model it? How is it different? Number 2, Buzz says he can sort the pencils by size. Do you agree? Why or why not? If you need to, you can hop back and look at that picture. Can you sort these pencils by size? No, why not? Yeah, they're all the same size, so they'd all be in the same group. So for number 2, you would write no, comma, you can't sort by size. They are all the same size. They'd all be in the same group, right? It's like, okay, I'm going to sort by first graders and second graders, but I'm only dealing with you guys. Well, you would all be in the same group. I can't sort by that because you're all first graders. There's no difference in those, in that grouping. Okay. What shapes are there? How many of each shape under apply it? So then what you're going to do is you're going to complete the tally chart and complete the number chart. And that's numbers 3 and 4. So number 3 does a tally. Number 4 is a number chart. And the shapes that we're doing are triangle, square, and a trapezoid. All right, and then we're going to do them over here too. All right. Okay, so now I have both of mine, and I'm going to do a tally chart here, and I'm going to do a number chart here. So tally, I'm going to look and see. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 triangles. So 1, 2, 3, 4 would go there, and then I'd put a number 4 there. Okay, tally marks, numbers. Then I'm going to do squares. Let's see. I see 1, 2, 3, 4 squares. So again, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 4. And now I'm looking for trapezoids. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, and 3. So this is what you should have filled in for number 3, and this is what you should have filled in for number 4. Okay. Awesome. And we're going to keep doing that. So on the next page, 408, you're going to do the same thing. They want a tally chart for number 5 and a number chart for number 6. But you're going to use the shapes above. So here's problem 6 and here's problem 5. We're going to erase this and that because the shapes are different. So we have a square, a trapezoid, and a rhombus. And then we have a square, a trapezoid, and a rhombus. All right, complete the tally chart. So let's start with the squares. I have a green square, I have a blue square, I have a little red square, and I have a big blue square. So there's 4 squares, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I put a number 4 in the number chart. Then I'm looking for trapezoids. I have an orange one, a blue one, and a green one. So there's 3 trapezoids. Now your rhombus, let's see, I have a red one, a big red one, a little orange one, and that's it. 1, 2, 3, and 3. Good job. That's it. All right, number 7, make a picture graph. Use circles to show how many. So we're going to do the same thing, but we'll pretend, let's see. We're going to pretend that it is a picture graph. So I'm going to erase this. And this is problem number 7 on page 408. So this is a picture graph. And they said use circles. So I had 4 squares, 1, 2, 3, 4 squares. I had 4 And then I had, oh wait, no, I had 3. And then there were 3 rhombus. There you go. Nice job. We are on page 409, and it has a bunch of birds at the top. That's an example. Okay, and it shows you, there's your example. It says, what color are the birds? How many of each color? Sort and count, make a tally chart, make a picture graph, use circles to show how many. So they did 3 green birds, 4 red birds, and 3 blue birds. You can see the tally chart and the picture chart. Now, number 1 below it says complete the chart and graph in the example. So you need to fill in the rest, those tally marks, and you need to fill in those circles for the red and blue birds. All right. Now, on page 410, when you're done, it says, what color are the cats? How many of each color? Complete the chart and graph. Problem number 2 says, sort and count, use tally marks. So we're going to do a tally mark. And we have a, I'd say that's like a yellow cat. So I'll put a Y for yellow. And then we have a gray cat, so I'll put a G, and we have a black cat, so I'll put a B for black. Now I'm doing tally marks. So when I do tally marks, I like to do them from left to right. So I'm going to start with the the yellow cats first. So there's 1 little yellow cat, a second little yellow cat, and a third yellow cat. So 1, 2, 3 yellow cats. And then I'm looking for the gray cats because the gray is what's next in my tally chart. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 gray cats. 1, 2, 3, 4 cats. And I have 2 black cats. Now, problem number 3 wants us to use circles to show how many. So this is a tally. If I had gone to 5, remember I would have bundled it across. This one is a picture. And so I'm going to do 3 circles in the yellow, 4 circles in the gray, and 2 circles in the black. So that's doing picture and tally graphs of all those cats. Number 4 says, what is another way you can sort the cats? So we did by color. It looks like there are some different sizes. So we could, please write this down, sort by size. We could sort by size. So some of them are small and some of them are big. So the little yellow cat, the little gray cat, and the other little gray cat would go together in one group, and then maybe all the rest in another, because all the rest look quite a bit bigger. Okay, so that's it for today, boys and girls. Isn't this fun? I think this is a lot of fun, and I think you guys will like it too. Have fun.